Doug Wolf as our CEO for the future. The transition went very smoothly for the staff, the board, and our membership. Doug has over 25 years of credit union management experience, and we look forward to working with Doug for many years. The board of directors and I would like to thank all the staff for their hard work and dedication to serving our members. And we thank you, our members, for continuing to support your credit union by utilizing services we offer. We look forward to more successful years ahead. Respectfully submitted, Debbie Larson, Board Chair. Are there any comments or questions relating to the report of the board? The report has been received and will be part of the minutes of this meeting. The next order of business tonight is a report of the president given by Doug Wolf.
Thank you, Debbie. I wish to extend my welcome to you, our members, to the 2019 annual meeting of your credit union. My formal written report is in the meeting brochure. However, I want to take an opportunity to expand on the report. If you look back in 2018, wow, did you notice a lot has happened at Northwoods? Between March and April last year, just 2 months' time, we went from serving one community with 2 local branches here in Cloquet to serving 3 communities with the opening of a brand new branch in Moose Lake and partnering in Floodwood Area Credit Union, leading to our Floodwood branch. Moose Lake has exceeded our initial growth goals, and we continue to see good growth. So we are excited to be part of that community. The merger with Floodwood Area Credit Union has been a very positive experience for Northwoods Credit Union, and I believe it has been good for Floodwood Area Credit Union as well. The staff in Floodwood have had an amazing attitude from day one of the merger, and we have become one big integrated family. I also believe we will make a difference in the community of Floodwood. We are already in the school helping teach financial literacy, and we are supporting local events. That is a heck of a lot of change in such a short period of time, but we weren't done yet. The announcement of Barb Brown set the stage for leadership change as well, and that is where I came in. I'm so grateful that the board selected me to succeed Barb, who has led Northwood so well for the past 15 years as president and CEO. Barb has left some very big shoes for me to fill and to learn from. Thank you so much, Barb, for all the years of dedicated service to our credit union and to the credit union movement. My challenge, and it is a big one, is to pick up from where Barb left off and keep our credit union growing and moving forward, focused on you, our members, by providing modern services you need while keeping that personal connection that sets us apart from banks and even other credit unions. This is not an easy task in today's service in seconds world, but we believe that people are still people, that people still have a desire to have that personal connection for services, and a credit union that will listen to their whole story and truly work with them to improve their financial well-being. In my short time here, I couldn't be more impressed with our management team and staff passion, dedication, and belief in our mission to be our members' trusted financial partner. So at this time, I would like to have the management team and staff who are here tonight to please stand up and please help me thank them with a round of applause and my sincere thanks for all you do. Please stand if you're, well, they're standing because they're working. That's how good they are. So that's good. Yes, sit back here. Again, my sincere thanks and appreciation for them. I can't express enough. Your credit continues to invest in our communities through sponsorships, donations, and most importantly, through community volunteering by our management team and staff. We are involved in parades, festivals, and community service clubs. We are teaching financial literacy in our schools. We are offering outreach learning sessions on such topics as cybersecurity, tech crimes, and elder abuse. Our staff sits on boards and participates in local organizations that that reach out and help countless numbers of our neighbors and friends. And I mean all of our communities, here in Cloquet, in Moose Lake, in Floodwood, in Esco, in Carlton, and in other surrounding communities. Perhaps one of the most rewarding community things we did in 2018 was our year-end loan promotion, where we were able to team up with you, our members, and together we donated over $5,000 to food shelves in Cloquet, Floodwood, and Moose Lake. Yes, we are a financial cooperative, and that means we work together with all our members in our communities, improve the places where we live, work, and play, and to help those in our community that need it most. And I pledge to you that I will never deviate from that commitment to our members and our communities. On the financial side, our credit union remains very strong with a year-end equity ratio of 10.51%. The equity ratio is our reserve compared to our total assets. And this ratio is key for any financial institution as it indicates strength to manage through any unforeseen risk or events. Our assets continue to grow, standing at 113 million at year end, and our shares at 100 million. Our members continue to use us for their borrowing needs, and as evidenced by our 93.2% loan to deposit ratio, meaning that 93.2 cents out of every dollar on deposit is being used to help another member in the form of a loan. Our net income was good in 2018, even with all the changes going on. Yes, things are good at Northwood Credit Union, but we need to stay vigilant to make sure that we keep moving forward. As we continue in a very low interest rate environment, we will again see pressure on our net income, and it will be a challenge for us to keep making improvements in our credit union to ensure we are able to meet your needs in the future. However, together with our outstanding board of directors, our dedicated supervisory committee, our phenomenal management team and staff, and most importantly, with all of you, our members, I'm confident that Northwoods Credit Union will continue to be successful, and we will continue to be your trusted financial partner. Thank you very much. Debbie, that concludes my remarks.
Thank you, Doug. You've heard the report of the president. Are there any questions or comments? The report has been received and will be part of the minutes of this meeting. We're ready to hear the report of the Supervisory Committee given by Nick Siltanen.
Thank you, Debbie. Good evening, members. The Supervisory Committee works in conjunction with the Board of Directors to monitor and review the credit union's performance. Our job is to verify that the operational and financial functions are performed in compliance with generally accepted accounting principles, federal and state regulations, and within the parameters of the board direction. To assist the committee in meeting this legal and regulatory obligations, the committee retains the services of Tatton & Associates to perform certain ongoing internal audit procedures within the operations of the credit union. In addition, RSM was again hired to conduct the annual independent agreed-upon procedure audit in 2018. The reports from these independent firms are reviewed by the committee, reported to the board, and the committee follows up on any findings. Based on the above independent audit procedures and the ongoing work with the committee, the Supervisory Committee is pleased to report that in 2018, no material concerns were revealed and that all appropriate internal controls are in place and are in function as intended. The committee expresses its gratitude to the Board of Directors, the credit union management, and the staff for their cooperation and assistance during the year. Respectfully, Nick Siltanen, Chair. Thank you.
You've heard the report of the Supervisory Committee. Are there any questions or comments? The report has been received and will be part of the minutes of this meeting. Is there any unfinished business from the floor? At this time, I will turn the meeting over to Doug for the purpose of discussing board and committee compensation rates.
Each year at the annual meeting, the membership votes on board and committee compensation. The current rate of pay is $21 per hour. Is there any discussion from the floor? I will entertain a motion to set the board and committee compensation effective the end of this meeting until the end of the 2020 annual meeting of the members of Northwoods Credit Union. So I need a motion on the compensation rate, which is at currently $21 an hour. Okay, can you state your name? Cheryl Tilley. And you want to second that?
Bill Drazek.
You already got that? What was your last name again? Sorry, Bill.
Drazek.
Okay. There's been a motion and a second to establish the rate of pay of $21 an hour. Are there any questions on the motion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. I'll turn the meeting back over to Deb.
Is there any other new business? Hearing no other new business, we are now ready to proceed with elections. There are 2 seats up for elections in 2019 to serve a 3-year term. The secretary will read the names placed into nomination by the nominating committee and call the nominations from the floor. Christine.
Those placed in nomination for the board by the nominating committee are Lisa Follett-Polak, Jeffrey Kletcher, Vicki Radke. Lisa Follett-Polak, Jeff Kletcher, and Vicki Radke. Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations?
I'd like to nominate Marshall Johnson.
Okay. Marshall Johnson has been nominated from the floor. Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor?
The nominations for the board of directors is now closed. There being more nominees than seats up for election, we will proceed with a written ballot vote. You have each received ballots as you came in. Vote for 2 people,
If they want to vote, they have to write in one.
and the 3 people are on there, and if you wanted to write in a write-in vote for Marshall, you'll need to write it in. They'll come around and pick up your ballots after you get them filled out, hold them up so they can come and collect them. As chairperson, I have appointed Sharon Hubble and Terry Langley as tellers of the election, and I will have 2 members of the supervisory committee observing the counting of the ballots, which will be Nick Siltonen and Casey Olson. The results of the election will be announced prior to the adjournment of the meeting.
card them all. Pen and ballot. Yeah, I just turned my hand. You have vacation. The live stream is working so. More baskets.
You got it.
Here, I have that basket. I was winking at me. You figure out why it's the longest time. When I come in the morning, I'll just make a snowball, put it on your chair. Yeah.
Yeah.
We will proceed with the election of the Supervisory Committee. There is one seat up for election for 2019 to serve a 3-year term. The Secretary will read the name placed into nomination by the nominating committee and call for nominations from the floor. Christine?
The nominating committee has placed the name of Larry Champeau into nomination for the Supervisory Committee for a term of 3 years. Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor?
I'll move the nominations be closed and a light ballot be cast for Larry.
Just need the name. Yeah, his name.
He made a motion.
Yep.
Jim, will you spell your last name? N-Y-N-A-S? Thank you.
There's a second.
And is there a second to that motion?
I'll second.
There being no further nominations, the Secretary will cast a unanimous ballot for Larry Champeau to serve a 3-year term on the Supervisory Committee. Join me in congratulating Larry. While we wait for the results of the board elections, we will do door prizes. Our Director of Marketing and Business Development, Kate Mason, will conduct the prize drawing with the assistance of our staff. Hello. We have 23 cash gifts to give away this evening. And if we call your name, if you wouldn't mind raising your raising your hand, so one of our people with some cash can get that prize to you. So we'll start with a $100 cash prize, and the winner is no one. We'll try again. The $100 cash prize winner is Sherm Risdal. Congratulations. The next cash prize is $75, and that goes to Sandy Clementson. Check in the corner. Next is $50 for Betsy Anderson. The remaining cash prizes are $25. First winner is Sarah Witelli. We have Bernice Mishak. And Joan Ganter. Joanne Ganter. John Ganter, I'm sorry. To make up for that, the next one is Florence Ganter. Our next winner is Brenda Pauline. The next winner is Tina Wellman. Next up, Deborah Murado. Leo Ojekangas. Our youngest member in attendance, I think. Kelly Bandel. Ed Janke. Next is Milena Clementon. Next we have Lori Peterson. Our next winner is Deborah Weckert. Our next winner is Brian Olson. Our next winner is Katie Ojekangas. Our next winner is Neil Woodward. Next up, Marshall Johnson. We have 3 prizes left. Our next winner is Tyler Strand. Next winner is Tanner Strand. And our last winner for the evening is Lyle Takinen. Thank you.
I got a live stream it, it'd be good.
Okay. While we're waiting for the ballots to get counted, I want to just do something here, mainly for me, but I think it'd be interesting to see. I've been involved with the credit union movement since 1982, so it's a really long time. It's actually, I know it's 36 years because I got married the same year, so, and my wife won't let me forget how many years we're married. But what I'd like to do is, and hopefully this is not too much to ask, if you've been a member of the credit union for 12 months or less, could you stand up? Who's been here? Has anybody been here at credit union less than 12 months? All right. And there's another one there too. And over there, yeah, he won. Yeah. How about anybody who's been a member of the credit union for 30 years or more? Can you stand up? Okay, and you one-year members, I want you to stand up as well. I want to give everybody here a round of applause because, and I'll tell you why. Let's just give them a and you can have a seat. That'd be great. And the reason I wanted to do that is because, the credit union's 82, 83, 84 years old, somewhere in there, right? Because this is the 82nd annual meeting, so make it 83. And we started over at the paper mill. Now we're a community charter. Now we're in several communities. But we're a financial cooperative, and having members for more than 30 years, and still having new members come on and come in, and everybody gets one vote. Doesn't matter how much money you have, doesn't matter how much money you don't have, doesn't matter how many years you've been a member, how many you haven't been a member. But as a credit union, it's a really unique thing in today's business world to still have cooperatives, especially financial cooperatives like credit unions, where we can all come together and we can help each other out. And that's what we do. And I can tell you every day, the staff, the management team, the board of directors, it's a very interesting business to be in. If we were in the banking world, this would be a meeting of stockholders, okay? People who invested, not necessarily having an investment in their community, but having an investment to look for a return. Decisions in the bank very often are made based on how can we avoid paying taxes? How can we create as much wealth for the stockholders as we can? Which I always relate to when they look at how much of a fee you're going to charge in a bank. It has to do with how much are the customers willing to pay, because the purpose of the bank is to create as much wealth for the stockholders as they can. Unlike a credit union, where our decisions are always made based on what is the best interest of the membership and how low cost can we provide the service that you need without losing money so that we can continue to grow and serve members in the future. So with that, I just want to thank each and every one of you. I want to thank especially those members who have been members for a long time, because it's members like you and the members behind you that will keep this thing going forever, and I hope forever, well beyond when I'm here. So again, I'm just excited to be here and to learn and see you more and learn more about what you do. So again, thank you very much for being a member of the credit union, and I think we have the results.
Okay, we have our results. Please join me in congratulating Lisa Follett Pollock and Jeff Kletcher for being reelected for the Board of Directors. And I also want to thank Vicki and Marshall for showing their interest on being on the board. We appreciate all your participation. May I have a motion to adjourn the 82nd annual meeting of Northwoods Credit Union? Your name, please. Your name, please. Could I have a second? I now declare the meeting adjourned. Thank you all again for coming.
This is written on my face.